Hi, it's Rosalie Tensett with Weichert and Randolph, and I'm here with.
Angelo Panisi, Weichert Financial.
All right, so this question's been coming up on the regular because we're still in a multiple offer situation here in Morris and Bergen County, northern New Jersey in general. And we are finding that I made an offer actually on something, and my client did not want to waive the appraisal. And as a result of that, they went with an offer that did waive the appraisal and had more money down. So the question is, if somebody wants to waive the appraisal, what is the risk? How can this be financially planned for?
A great question first. And when I'm talking to clients, I'm trying to let them know that I'm there to help them structure their transaction, their offer, to put them in the best position to get their offer accepted. And one of the things I always talk to them about is not waiving the appraisal, but waiving the value, or some of it. And what that means is um, covering the gap, not in cash, but in financing.
Okay.
For an example, if you're looking at a $500,000 house, 20% down, $400,000 mortgage, what value do we need to support that mortgage? Is what we're looking for as a lender. So I have to take my calculator out to do that because I don't know that right off the top of my head. But in the mortgage world, that house would have to appraise for 422,000 or greater for that client to still buy that house without any more money out of their pocket. Doesn't impact their interest rate. Um, and they're good to go.
Okay, so
So
that instance, I could say in the offer, as long as the house appraises at $422,000 or less, buyer will proceed.
correct.
Even though they're making a $500,000 um, see, and this is what people think is if I'm making a $500,000 offer, then it's going to have to appraise at this 500,000 or forget it. Then I'm going to have to come up with this appraisal gap money myself. But that's indeed false, correct?
It is not true that they have to come up with the cash. They have the option of whether to come up with the cash or not. I do let them know that you will be overpaying for the house today, but in 2 to 3 months from now, that house is probably already at that value that you purchased it at. So this is a strategy that I use and I talk to all my clients. And you don't have to do it with just 20% down. You can do it with 10% down, 15% down,
In-
12% down. There's always room to do some sort of waiving of the value to put yourself in a better position when you're making an offer in this competitive market.
What about 5% down?
5%, you're pretty much done. I mean,
You're
there is a
done.
little bit of wiggle room, a 2% gap. We do 97% financing, but now you're talking about changing interest rates, mortgage insurance could skyrocket. I would not recommend, and I don't think a seller's going to take that 2% difference. It's really not going to be that much of a difference with 5% down. It's not going to help.
So 10% is
10%, you have
that's what you said.
5% basically to play with in value.
Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay. All right. So if they have any other questions, how can they find you, Angelo?
Well, you can give me a call. Well, first of all, you can always go through Rosalie to get to me. That always works really well. Or you can call me directly at 732-887-2954. That is my cell number. I'm available for any questions that can help you maybe get a home.
Thank you so much. This is super helpful because it's
Sure.
it's a complicated thing that I think everybody is interested in knowing about because it is those offers that are waiving the appraisal or a portion of
Exactly.
it that the seller is taking because there's less risk to get to the closing table.
That's the key. What's going to get that seller to the closing table with the least amount of headaches?
Hmm.
And you have to sweeten up your offer somehow. Otherwise, you're just not going to get there. It's
That's
not going
right.
to be.
Well, thank you again,
Sure.
Angelo.
Anytime. Looking forward to it again. Thanks,
You
Rosalie.
bet. You bet. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.